I'm Gio. I'm graduating this year, 2015. Wow, okay, how has Abby changed my high school experience? I only really got to know her this year despite having been in SWS since my sophomore year because I never had her as a teacher. But definitely one of the greatest things she taught me is to, one, have faith in the good in people. I think that's something that I forget a lot, and trust that people are capable of change and growth.
Abby has this way of making you feel really comfortable, even if you haven't known her for a long period of time. And I was really nervous because I don't know anybody here, but Abby was just so welcoming, and she just made me feel really good, and I was just wow.
When I think about stories or things that have happened in class with Abby, the first thing that comes to mind is I remember we came into I think it was individuals, and we were just chilling reading papers, and then Abby was like, I have a paper to read. And so she pulls out a paper and she asks someone to read it. And as a person was reading her paper, she goes up against a wall and she puts her sweater down and she goes into a headstand for about maybe 6 minutes. And I was like, I can't, how is, what? I just didn't understand what was going on, but that just describes how youthful and great and ecstatic she is about everything.
And she was moving.
Yeah.
With her legs like that.
Yeah.
My favorite memory of Abby, it was consensual, was I was just at my locker one day, and all of a sudden I feel a slap on my butt, and I turn around and she goes, "Don't sue me for sexual harassment." Yeah, so that's Abby memory. That's a funny one, but yeah. Abby has always been there for me through really hard times and really good times, and she has greatly sparked lots of interest in me and passions, and I will always remember her.
Come dance with me.
Okay, I'm Steve Lantos, and I graduated from Brookline High School in 1980, and I was in SWS. And I would say her influence on me personally as a student was to make me appreciate, enjoy, and become a writer. I didn't value writing. I treated it as an exercise all through English classes in grade school and high school. Abby showed me how to write and respond to literature in ways that I had never been exposed to as a student.
I'm Leia. I'm a junior. One time Abby said to our class, "Sleep is the unacknowledged friend. Kiss it goodnight and go to bed with it." And I think that just kind of sums up Abby, and who she is now is who I hope to be in the future. And she just amazes me with her spirit and her wisdom.
For the past few years, she's been kind of like a second mother to me. She's very caring, and she's kind of showed me the path of social justice and how to speak your mind and really truly be yourself.
It really helps to be able to have someone like Abby who you'll go to and will give you a smile and positive energy, and that's something that I'm definitely gonna miss the most, and I'm gonna have to work hard to find someone who shines as brightly and warmly as she does.
I remember when I first met Abby, I'm just going to babble. It was, I walked into this room to be interviewed for the job, and it was Abby, so kindly faced and open faced, come on in, with 16 kids who were not kindly faced or open faced, and we found out within the first 2 minutes that my daughter's name was Abby, you know, who she was like 18 months old at the time, and that we both adored yoga. So that made it really clear that there's something good, some good connection here. And then I had a lot of ambivalence about taking the job, and I remember going over to her house and hammering it back and forth, and she just so didn't have an agenda. You know, she just really helped me sort through that decision, and I vacillated back and forth, and
I think one amazing thing, though, is that for the remainder, or forever, hopefully, as long as SWS continues to be a program and an institution at Meyvant High, people will constantly be kind of checking themselves and sort of asking, would Abby do this? Would this be okay with Abby? How would Abby face this problem or this whatever? And I think that her mark will be here forever, but not just as someone who we remember and we honor, but as someone who we can strive to be like.
And I'm convinced that it's the reason why I became a writer, a travel writer for many years. I've written for magazines, I wrote a book, and I enjoy writing and responding to reading. No question because of Abby's influence on me as a teacher.
Abby Erdmann is an absolutely amazing teacher. She's changed the lives of countless numbers of students. She's influenced many, many teachers and other staff here. She's done amazing work for so many years, and she has an incredible amount of energy to keep doing all of this stuff in the fantastic form and with the great attitude that she's always had. We've been so lucky for so many years to be able to benefit from her generosity, her expertise, her intelligence, her empathy, and her willingness to just give so much of herself for the things that she cares about. I'm personally grateful for all that I've learned and all the ways that I've been able to benefit from everything that Abby has been willing to offer and share over the years. And I'm so grateful on behalf of all of our students and all of the students that she's ever had the opportunity to work with, who've learned so much from her. So thank you very much.